In ancient China, during the tumultuous Warring States period, the city of Handan was home to two master craftsmen. The first was Zi Liang, a quiet, humble wall builder known for his steady hand and tireless work ethic. The second was Jian Hua, a mural painter of immense talent, but with a pride that often overshadowed his skill. The king of Zhao had commanded that the city's east gate be rebuilt and decorated in time for a grand military parade. Naturally, Zi Liang and Jian Hua were assigned the task. Every day, under the hot sun, Zi Liang would push heavy carts of bricks up the tower and scaffolding. He worked with a quiet focus, laying each brick with precision and care, ensuring the wall was strong and solid. On the other side of the gate, Jian Hua was creating a masterpiece. He painted a magnificent mural titled "A Tiger Descending the Mountain." His brushstrokes were so deft and the tiger so lifelike that crowds would gather below just to watch him work and shower him with praise. Hearing their admiration day after day, Jian Hua's pride swelled. He'd look over at Zi Liang, sweating and covered in dust, and think, "Everyone is captivated by my art. No one even glances at that simple brick pusher." What began as simple pride soon curdled into a quiet jealousy, then a bitter resentment. He started to think, if his section of the wall were to fail, my painting would be all that anyone remembers. His failure would only make my art shine brighter. This dark thought festered until one moonless night, it spurred him to action. Jian Hua crept up the scaffolding, his heart pounding with a wicked thrill. He went to the section Zi Liang had just completed and carefully loosened and removed several key bricks, creating a hidden weakness in the structure. He imagined the wall crumbling the next day, the public humiliation of Zi Liang, and the sole focus on his perfect mural. Smiling smugly, he thought, tomorrow, when this wall falls, he'll take all the blame, and I will be celebrated. He returned to his bed, dreaming of his triumph. But fate, as it often does, had a different plan. That very night, the piercing sound of war drums and trumpets shattered the city's peace. The rival state of Qin had launched a surprise attack. Their soldiers swarmed towards the city, and their primary target was the newly rebuilt East Gate, the exact spot Jian Hua had just sabotaged. A massive enemy battering ram slammed into the wall. Once, twice. On the third strike, the weakened section gave way. With a deafening roar, the wall collapsed, taking the scaffolding, the fresh plaster, and Jian Hua's glorious tiger mural with it into a cloud of dust and debris. Jian Hua, who had rushed to the gate to see his mural in the chaos, was caught in the collapse. He was trapped under a mountain of rubble, his legs pinned, unable to move. As arrows rained down and the sounds of battle raged, he cried out for help, his voice barely a whisper. Amid the chaos, Zi Liang, who was helping fortify other sections, heard a faint cry. He followed the sound and was shocked to find his rival, Jian Hua, trapped and bleeding. Without a second thought, Zi Liang rushed into the danger zone. Dodging falling arrows and crumbling stone, he worked frantically to pull the heavy beams off Jian Hua, finally dragging him to safety. Gasping for breath, his face pale with pain and shame, Jian Hua looked at the man he tried to ruin. He confessed, his voice trembling, "It was me. I removed the bricks. I wanted to harm you, to see you fail." Zi Liang simply shook his head, his face grim. "You don't understand," he said, his voice firm over the din of battle. "No man builds alone. If the wall is strong, your painting shines for all to see. But if the wall falls, nothing survives. Not my work, and not your art." Hearing those words, Jian Hua burst into tears. The terrible truth crashed down on him. The harm he had intended for another had come back to destroy him, and in his selfish pride, he had nearly cost the entire city its defense. After the battle was won, Zi Liang's diligence and bravery were recognized, and the king appointed him the chief overseer of all the city's fortifications. Jian Hua, humbled and forever changed, stayed as well. He painted a new mural on the rebuilt wall. This time it was a powerful tiger, not descending, but standing proudly atop a strong, unshakable foundation. And beneath his masterpiece, he wrote a single, powerful line for all to read. "A weak foundation destroys all. To harm another is to break the ground beneath your own feet." Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more tales of wisdom. See you next time.